Welcome back to Binchy's garden. Today I'm going to show you some winter flowering Grevilleas. Come with me. Grevillea biformis, subspecies cymbiformis. Now this shrub has a lovely upright growth habit, very elegant. This one is also called the boat-shaped leaf Grevillea because of these leaves, obviously, as the name suggests, shaped like a boat, curved up like that. To top it off, the foliage is a really nice bluish green. Now this helps these stunning candle-like flowers that are like in bunches all on the top of the plant really stand out. I've also seen this shrub planted in a group planting, and it's just like a sea of candles. Adds to a really nice effect. Beautiful plant. This is Grevillea insignis. I call this the marriage Grevillea. Insignis, or in health. Don't let the beauty of these beautiful pink flowers fool you. The leaves on this plant are some of the sharpest, treacherous leaves you can get on a Grevillea. If you get one of these spikes in your fingers, it's like you've been spiked by a flathead fish or something like that. But this plant has an extremely nice bluish green foliage. It has a really nice upright growth habit, and I've used it here as a feature centerpiece for this mounded up raised garden bed. Another key feature to this one is it flowers throughout the year, so it flowers for many months. It almost never stops flowering. A great source of food year round for the honey-eater birds. Beautiful species. This is another repa of a Grevillea, Grevillea armigera. Another thing I forgot to tell you is all the Grevilleas I'm showing you today from Western Australia. This one has a really nice spreading upright growth habit. These branches sort of reach out like arms, and this one flowers in amongst the foliage. So the honey-eater birds can hide in amongst this foliage and be protected by the branches above and have a really nice feed on these toothbrush-shaped flowers. They have a really nice yellow base and sort of a burgundy red coloured style. A ripper of a plant for your honey-eater birds, and as you can see, the insects and especially the European honeybees are having a good go at the flowers today. Grevillea infundibularis. Another endangered species. This one has a lovely sprawling growth habit. Key features to this plant are these really interesting fan-shaped leaves. See if I can get one off to show you. See the leaf? Yeah, it's like a really nice fan shape. And to top it off, it has these lovely little red flowers. Come in close and have a look at the little red flowers there. Those flowers are just absolutely dripping with nectar, and the honey-eater birds go crazy over this plant. This one is Grevillea intricata. Really interesting looking plant. It's also known as the tangled Grevillea due to these leaves getting all tangled up. And to top it off, it has these interesting creamy white flowers. They start off a greenish colour and then age to a nice creamy white. Now this one's more of a Grevillea for the insects rather than the honey-eater birds. A lot of the whitish flowering Grevilleas attract the insects rather than the birds. I think it's just a way that they've evolved over millions of years. But yeah, lovely plant. This is Grevillea maxwellii. Now, I nearly lost this plant So I've had to give it a really good prune back. But this one suffers from a bit of dieback on the leaves. Has a really nice prostrate growth habit. Would be a really good feature plant on an embankment. These flowers hang down, and it's just an all-round really interesting Grevillea, this one. Grevillea fuscolutea. This one's an absolute stunning Grevillea. It has these interesting sort of curled up, oblong, furry leaves. I don't know whether you can hear it. The amount of European honeybees, these tiny little orangey yellow flowers are attracting is amazing. This WA species is sadly critically endangered in the wild due to inappropriate fire regimes and phytophthora, which is a nasty fungal disease. It's a really nice upright feature plant to have in the garden. Right next to the Grevillea fuscolutea is another one I've noticed that's put on a nice display. This is Grevillea levis. Really prickly species, but the flowers sort of are bursting out. They start off a sort of a pinkish tinge in colour, and they burst out to a sort of a really nice creamy white. It's like there's a little party going on, little fireworks of flowers bursting out. But this is another really good insect attractor. Look at this little European honeybee having a good feed there. Check out this one here. This is Grevillea Elegance. Now this one's a hybrid of Grevillea longistyla. This is a real wattlebird magnet, this one. I see the little wattlebirds feasting on these flowers. This one puts on a show for many months of the year. It's a really reliable flower. And I've used it up the front of the garden here where we cop a lot of southwest wind, and it's also a nice windbreak for the smaller plants down below, like this Grevillea plurijuga with beautiful blue foliage, and next to it Grevillea fulgens, which has a nice cascading habit. One of the tricky issues I have about showing you all the Grevilleas I have in the garden is these plants are not always readily available. I've had to graft a huge majority of these plants myself. I've gathered some off some really good friends of mine. 90% of the Grevilleas I have in the garden here are grafted. They have to be, otherwise they just won't grow down here in southern Victoria. There are a couple of good nurseries in Victoria that regularly sell grafted Grevillea species. You've got Philip Vaughan's Australian Native Plants in Pomonal near the Grampians, and Karanga Native Plant Nursery out at Mount Evelyn. I'd like to hear from you guys what sort of plant and garden content you'd like to see me produce. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe to Pinchy's Garden on YouTube, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.